final balance changes, guys, were just announced, and they're on the official Clash Royale blog posts here, so let's get right into it. These should already be live in the game, I'm pretty sure. If not, then it should be within the next few hours. So the first change, guys, from the work in progress balance changes is the baby dragon evolution is still getting nerfed, but instead of the allies speed up being reduced to 40 from 50, it's actually being reduced to 30. So it's a 40% nerf. So now your own units are going to be sped up a lot less. This is going to be very noticeable. I guess they figured the 40 wasn't enough, so they made it 30. This is not going to impact, though, enemy units, so the slow down is still going to be the same. It's going to be just as good on defense. It's just going to be worse on offense. They say here, while Baby Dragon Evolution will continue to swoop in and save the day, his dedication to speeding up teammates could be overwhelming when paired with bigger pushes. Blue King has been keeping an eye on this baby and decided it was high time to standardize his speed boost with his slowdown effect. Next up, guys, the Evolve Cannon is getting a nerf, and this is a very significant nerf. The barrage damage is being reduced from 304 to 281, an 8% nerf. The reason why this is so significant, guys, is this will not be able to kill firecrackers or archers anymore, which is kind of indirectly buffing those two cards, especially if the Evolve Cannon still manages to be at least an average evolution, which I think it will be just because of how strong the ability is. Cannon evolution improvements are fresh off the boat. It used to be the strongest building by far, overshadowing other defensive options, but with a touch less gunpowder, its barrage will no longer be able to take out archers or firecracker, which I already mentioned. I didn't realize it was actually going to explain that. So that's going to change a lot of interactions without a doubt. The Executioner evolution, guys. Wow, this is a big one. I know there's been a lot of casual players that have been wanting this card to get a nerf for a while, and even some pro players, and they decided to nerf the close quarters damage. This is being reduced from 294 to 268, a 9% damage nerf. I don't know what interactions that changes, but it says here the Executioner evolution has recently been chopping off the heads of too many melee troops. His close quarters damage is being reduced to give them a chance to appeal their sentence. That's a pretty good reasoning. I like that. I got to give them credit. So yeah, I mean, it's a one cycle evolution, so that of course is going to tend to make it stronger when the ability is very good too. So I think this is going to balance it out a bit. I'm okay with this change overall. The Evolve Valkyrie, guys, is getting a nerf. Two, I know some casual players are really going to like this one. Again, another card that is hated a lot by mid-ladder and, casual players. Even some pro players struggle getting through her sometimes, especially when they're running a beatdown deck. The Tornado Radius, guys, is being reduced. It's going from 5.5 tiles to 5 tiles, which is a 9% reduction. That's a very big nerf. The Tornado Radius itself, if it was a whole tile, it would kill the card, but they do reduce it by half a tile. Despite her latest spiral, Valkyrie evolution still has too much impact per deploy. Her tornado radius is being reduced to make her less likely to throw caution to the wind by chipping crown towers and pulling in ranged troops. The Royal Ghost evolution, guys, is staying the same, the nerfs. The soldier damage is being reduced by 22%, and the soldier spawn damage is also being reduced by 22%. No changes there. Soldiers are still hauntingly powerful even after the Royal Ghost got them to chill out with their last nerf. Soldier spawn damage and regular attack damage are being reduced to bring the troop more in line with other evolutions. Even if there weren't changes, I'm still going to briefly go over them. And there actually is still one more change coming up. That's a small one. The Barbarian Barrel, guys, the damage was reduced by 4%, going from 240 to 230, and the deployed time is also being increased by 100%. That's staying the exact same. And their reasoning as well, I think, was the same, because I remember they did the rolling in a bit too much joke. And yeah, it's going to be less effective at clearing out mid-hit point troops, which I think is fine. Electro Spirit nerf, guys, staying the exact same. The chain speed going from 0.2 to 0.25, a 25% increase. Honestly, a perfect way of nerfing the Electro Spirit, in my opinion, because this isn't overkill by any stretch of the imagination, and it has been the strongest spirit for the last few months. It's probably because, well, they nerfed the Ice Spirit, so of course that's going to make it worse, and that's why the E-Spirit was better. So this Zappling ability to stun pushes and clears swarms is too versatile for a 1 elixir card, contributing to the current domination of Royal Giant decks in the current meta. The chain speed is being rewired to make it less effective at handling swarm units, a shocking but necessary adjustment. The Goblin Demolisher, guys, hit speed is still getting buffed, going from 1.2 to 1.1, a 8% reduction. Great minds think alike, but fools hardly defer. We're ramping up Goblin Demolisher's hit speed to give him a more booming present that separates him from the Bomber and other ranged explosive cards. Now his damage output should feel more consistent and his offense more threatening. Magic Archer, guys, still getting an 8% damage increase. Maybe it would have been better if it was 5%, especially because they can hit towers too. Maybe buffing a win condition, a secondary one, by 8% damage might be a little too much, but I would have been okay with around 5%. Since Tornado's wins went from whipping to whistling, Magic Archer has struggled to find his place in the arena. His damage is being increased to help him hold his own against other ranged troops and make his shots feel more rewarding. Freeze Guy's still getting a 29% damage increase. They say while Freeze is still good at surprising the enemy, it wasn't as effective against swarms, even when combined with other spells. Freeze will now deal enough damage to take out Spear Goblins, giving it a bit more bite without changing its core purpose. Let it snow. The Void, guys, the single target damage is still being increased by 6%, going from 320 to 340. The last nerf to Void felt a bit empty. Its single target damage is being increased to reinstate it as a real threat to higher hit point troops. The Lava Hound, guys, is getting a very small bug fix. I don't know if I'd really call this a nerf, but the Lava Pup hit points are being reduced by 1%, going from 217 to 215. So basically, the level 16 Lava Babies were dangerously durable, surviving 2 attacks from a level 16 Princess Tower when they're destroyed in 2 attacks at all other... Did they mean to say 3? Why did they say surviving 2 attacks when they're destroyed in 2 attacks at all? Wait, what? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. They survived 2 attacks, and then they're saying they're destroyed in 2 attacks. Ugh, what am I saying? Okay. The pup size decrease fixes this rounding issue. Okay, fair enough. So it was just an issue with level 16. The 3 musketeers, guys, I already mentioned this before, they're getting smarter targeting. You could consider this a buff technically, because after their visual upgrade, the Blue King realized these elite units also needed target practice. 3 musketeers now have a smarter targeting by separating their attacks and making them less likely to waste ammo on the same skeletons or goblins. So they're going to be better against, I think, swarm decks and cycle decks. This is a pretty big buff to the 3 musketeers, which already got buffed pretty heavily by the rework. So they might need a small nerf after this is implemented in the game. I would not be surprised. See you in the arena, the Clash Royale team. I assume these are already live in-game. If not, then they should be by the end of the day. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe. You can use creator code BOSS to support me in any Supercell game. And let me know in the comments what you guys think of these balance changes. I think the new additions to them were actually very good. I overall am pretty supportive of the Executioner nerf, the Evo Cannon nerf, as well as the Evo Valkyrie nerf. So I think that they definitely improved these balance changes since the work in progress ones.